Yeah, we'll talk about the Kelly ghosts, eh? Dan Kelly lived and Steve Hart too, though the police thought they had fried. These men were written off as true, though two bushrangers hadn't died. Glenrowen caused to cover up, and innocents died in the fire. The higher-ups were sold a pup by the coppers some admire. The Kelly mob had got a win, two drunkards paid the price. To like free grog their only sin, Father Gibney didn't look twice. The Kellys said they died in the fire, their bodies burnt to ash. To cover up I'd be a liar, to save two friends so rash. Many of these coppers left the force and their masters did retire. The Glenrowen inquiry was the source, yes, that awful, bloody awful fire. Two men so dead and written off would appear amongst the mire. Their ghosts were walking tall and soft up near Hebel's border wire. One horsebreaker earned an honest wage, no rope for him, no noose. Dan Kelly lived to a fair old age, died unfettered, foot loose, by Don Johnston. Yeah, Dan Kelly, alias Fred Leighton of Dungle Bore, and later in life at Jerilderie. Steve Hart, alias Fred Leighton, died in Calcutta, India, of some disease. And when his mate Dan Kelly returned to Australia, he used this old alias, Fred Leighton of Dungle Bore, double cover. 50 possible Dan Kellys, red herrings, amongst the secret, almost secretly presented themselves, now to cover where the real one worked and lived out his life. At this time, 1885 to 1920, Australia was packed with ex-convicts, deported Irish, and anyone who got on the wrong side of the Pommy overlords and masters in Britain got deported out here. So you had all these stirred up, annoyed people who didn't really want to be here. So later on, when people who rode into your camp would ask, first, any traps about, meaning the police, they were all nervous of being apprehended and put back in the slammer. This community of ex-cons were very suspicious people who had their own way of covering their friends' tracks. This is why the bushrangers had such great support back in the days of the Kellys. Famous Brisbane psychic Jenny in 1998 verified Dan Kelly was Fred Leighton. Changed the name, she said. Jenny was a very, very popular woman at the time. She told my sceptic mother the dress colour and pattern exactly that Sister Viney wore to a dance in 1944. And who was with her then? Jack Oath, Bobby Lindsay, etc. And yeah, so there you go. Thank you by Don Johnson.